Welcome to a short video that is meant to help you understand how to add content to your Perusall course. So in the last video, we talked about how to get your course set up. So this is my course homepage. This is what it looks like before I've added any documents or materials that I want my students to take a look at and annotate. Now, one of the great things about Perusall is there are an endless number of kinds of documents and materials that you can put into your course. Some of these I'm not going to go over because I simply haven't used them very often, such as videos and podcasts, but you can certainly incorporate those. You can even add quizzes if for some reason you want them to take a quiz in Perusall rather than on Canvas. But again, that's not something I use very much. I'm going to focus on three things, and that is a document, a PDF, a Word document, and a PDF, which are very similar, and then a web page. But I'm actually going to start here with the web page. What you'll see is that there is the option for a web page and for a link. The big difference here is that if you add a link to an external website, that is simply as if you are giving someone a URL. So if you post a link, it's going to take them outside of Perusall and put them onto that web page without any ability to interact with it any differently than if they simply went to that website. If you want them to do that as a resource, that's perfectly fine. But if you want them to be able to annotate it, you're going to need to use this web page piece here. Now, in order to get here, all you have to do is click library up here. Once you have documents in your course, you'll need to click there to get to your library. And then you've got this add content. You can either click up here on add content and find all of the different options that you have, or you can simply click here. So I'm going to start with web page. So I've opened this short story, Nirvana by Adam Johnson, that I really like students to read. So I'm just going to copy the link. Then all I have to do there is click web page, insert the URL, and it will get uploaded to my course. Sometimes, for whatever reason, some resources take very little time. Some resources take a while to get uploaded. Sometimes Perusall seems to be very much not awake, and so you can see it's not filled in yet, but it sometimes just takes some time. So while that's uploading, we'll upload some other stuff. So the next thing I'll show you is basically these operate in exactly the same way, but to upload a document is very easy. Once again, I'm at my library, and I'm just going to click document. Here, I can do upload from my device. If you want to go from Google Drive, you can do that. If there's a document that you already have in Canvas, you can do that. If you've got Dropbox, you can do that. I'm going to do this from my device, and essentially, this process looks exactly like it does when you attach something to an email. So I open up my my file manager here, and then I simply go to what I want. So I'm going to start with this PDF. So I'm going to toss that up there, and it's processing. As you can see, our website is working. So then I'll just also add, while I'm here, I'll add a Word document just so you can see a couple things about this. So I'll just go to a random story that I'm working on. We'll stick this in here, and we'll upload that. And again, these processes are going to kind of differ depending on how big the file is, what kind of document it is. I don't know why the website is taking so long, but we've got these documents now. So that's how you get documents into your course. In a different video, I'm going to show you how to get assignments into your course, but I'm just quickly going to show you what it will look like when students are in there. You saw this a little bit in our introductory video. You can always replace files. You can edit files by clicking here. You can add information if you would like to have that metadata available. You can disable the highlighting tool. You can prevent commenting on the document if you want. You can allow students to download the file directly, which again, if this is something that's going to get workshopped by students, I would recommend against that, because that way they can't download it, copy it into say ChatGPT or something like that. Okay, so if I open the document, we get into the annotating tool, and as I said in the introductory materials, students can highlight things and add document or add comments. What I really particularly like about this is that everything looks the annotating capacity looks the same. So the PDF the Word document opens looking like this. The PDF opens looking very similar. And then if I just take a look at the website and I open it, it will open it looking like the actual website. Now, the one thing I will mention here is the default for annotating is actually this up here, annotate text. If there's an image if a document or a website has imagery and images that you want them to comment on, all they have to do is click annotate figure. And then if there's a figure that an image that you want them to make a note on, this doesn't seem to have any. If for some reason I want them to do something on that, they can highlight the figure and they can comment on it. Otherwise, they can simply annotate the text as usual. So that's the basics of how to get materials into your library. In the next video, we'll talk about how to set up assignments so that you can give students direct instruction.